I don't like him.
You know, but imagine all the people who were getting their Weezer tattoos out there.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that did that.
Yeah, you thought the Green Album was
the end.
Was going to be an indicator of what was to come, but sorry.
you were
I know
wrong.
people who got Star Wars tattoos right before Episode 1 even, and they were like, what if the new one sucks? How can it suck? How can it suck?
Yeah.
You know? There's so much of that if you watch documentaries from like around that time that are like, well, it's not possible that the new one will suck. Like, how can it suck?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
And they
here we
were
are,
right.
2018, and nothing has changed.
And what's great is then there's footage of them walking out of the theater of Episode 1, and they didn't change their mind.
No.
As expected, best sci-fi movie of the last 20 years, easily right there.
Yeah.
Best
Do
sci-fi.
you guys remember when we were in high school and I had my food smacked out of my hand because I said Episode 2 wasn't that good?
Well, I thought that was what I remember was that was us walking out of the theater. I thought that was us walking out of the theater, and you had like a drink and popcorn or some shit, and then
No.
I think we were at school the
we
next
were at
day.
school.
Oh,
I
really?
remember we were by. Like,
I thought your drink got hit out
bench.
at the theater, but was that maybe that was
no?
another?
It was like a drink and some food at
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'd all seen it the night before. I was like, yeah, I didn't think it was that good. I thought it was kind of dumb, and just our friends, shut the fuck up, boom.
Yeah.
food
Well,
gone.
we were all so Star Wars excited. Like I was part of that too, but him especially, who did this, was so like would read up every day about how to make how can lightsabers be real? Like, can they be real? Is it possible to make real lightsaber? Like he would just look up.
Yeah.
And I bought into that too. I had a lot of fun, and we would talk
Yep.
about Star Wars all the time. So he could not accept that it was.
That was such a good moment for me on a personal level for my life, because here we are all these years later, and it's unanimous that movie fucking sucks.
I mean, time has even kind of lent itself to maybe Attack of the Clones was the worst one.
Yeah.
Maybe. There's still debate on if that was the worst one.
Yeah, and I'll just never. It's a life lesson. Like, hey, people may persecute you for your beliefs, but time will reveal you were right all along.
Yeah.
Don't let the haters get you down.
Yeah. Oh man.
So
in watching them all these years later, we don't need to go off on a whole Star Wars thing this late in the thing, but I often can't decide, but which of the prequel, like which of the first. I wouldn't say the third one is the worst one. I'm not saying I love it, but I would never say that was the worst one at all. But 1 and 2, like 1 is such a like fucking misstep on what anybody wanted from that movie. Like, what the fuck were they? What are we doing? This is like creature feature. Like, what is this? So when 2 came out, I was like, well, it's an improvement because it's a fuck ton of Jedi. You know what I mean? Like, it's a ton of Jedis. You get some dark shit with Anakin. You get this, you get that. But you watch it now, and it's like, well, Episode 1 was stupid, but man, at least it was unpredictable, kind of. You know what I mean? It was like, they're doing a lot of gonzo shit. It's not working, but man, this movie's all over the place. Episode 2 is a straight line. It is, we're going to have to get an army together. Oh, I don't think that's a good idea. No, we have to. Okay. It follows everything that you expect it to, and it's just so dull. It's so fucking boring.
There's a lot now, like, I can't understand what's happening. Is it like people are now obsessed with the prequels in the way, like, they're kind of like, is it ironic or what is, I don't know.
I don't think
prequel
anyone
meme thing. What
really,
is happening?
I don't think anyone really knows what they want from Star Wars anymore.
Okay.
So like the new ones come out and then they're discontent with those and they start going, "Yeah, well, I missed the prequels at this point." You know what I mean? I think it's a little bit of that.
I just can't figure out what's happening.
But also there's a lot of people who just grew up with the prequels, so it's like it's not that bad to them.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Why it bothered me then, it bothers me now. I don't understand. Why did Natalie Portman not age? And now this was a little kid, and now nothing changed with her. Like it was just like Natalie Portman was in the first one, and then Jake Lloyd was Anakin, and then the second one, I feel like she didn't age really at all.
She was already like 8 to 10 years older than him.
Right.
Yeah, with your kids. 5 years passes and they're totally different, and you're just the fucking same.
I guess so. So.
She's way older than him.
If anything, she's like, she groomed this little kid. It's
to be her sex slave.
Weird fucking Catch a Predator shit going on.
That's some weird shit. Anyways,
Just saying, you didn't like my Satan Santa theory. You're really not gonna
I
like my
did
Yeah, you're
like
not gonna
it.
fuck. You're not
Princess
gonna.
Padme
did like it.
To Catch a Predator theory.
yeah, yeah.
Catch a Padme.
I know I've aged,
What are you doing at
but
this
she
Senate meeting?
hasn't.
Why don't you have a seat right there?
Why don't you have a seat right there? What brings you to the Jedi Council? I want to train this boy. Where'd you find this boy? You're running around with a lightsaber.
I'm
got
here to
Cool Whip.
negotiate with the Siths.
You got
Well,
Cool
I'm sorry to say the Siths aren't coming, but today you're going to be negotiating with me.
Well, it looks like you're going to be subjected to another type of force. I'm with Dateline NBC. The police are just outside.
There's a whole generation who don't know what we're talking about, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, and
but
they like the prequels. Fuck
they
'em.
do. Oh, there
Fuck
they
'em.
are.
This is officially a boomer. Wait, are we Zoomers?
No, we're millennials. We are millennials.
I'm a Willennial. So that's for us.
What's great about To Catch a Predator is they still have like AIM screen names in there. Like it's archived forever, like whatever their fucking AIM screen.
Oh
names
yeah,
are.
that's
Yeah.
Chat room
hilarious.
stuff.
When
It's like
people
it's
in our
great.
chat say stop the bit, I double the bit.
Yeah.
I don't ever. You don't control the thing. When somebody says stop the bit,
That's
that,
a
You
I
wanna-
digest that.
You
and I
want to
go,
stop the
"Ah."
bit? There's a red X in the top corner. Click it. The bit is over.
That's the bit ender button.
Goodbye.
That's the bit killer.
Yeah, this is like America's Got Talent. You don't like what we're doing? You give us the X.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this set does not have talent, so you should have known that when you came in. Anyway,